Live from Hollywood， 大家好，欢迎来到今天的开门遇见好莱坞，我是 Coca。卡瓦邦嘎要数今年下半年最红火的电影之一，那就是我们的《忍者神龟》了。这4只小乌龟呢，既然是热血青年，也是卖萌大师，时而呢是超级英雄，时而又是1秒变身段子手啊。看的 Coca 也是想要领1只变种龟回家。今天呢，我们开门遇见好莱坞特别专访了《忍者神龟》的大反派 Shredder 的扮演者 Tohoru Masamune。究竟卸下面具的他，会跟我们透露忍者神龟拍摄过程当中的哪些幕后秘辛呢
？Shredder 忍者神龟中的毁灭者，不但自己功夫高，还是黑暗组织角帮的首领。一副贴面罩，一条斗篷，一对尖刺护肩和一对拳套，就算打不死你，也要吓死你。日裔演员 Tohoru Masamune 特别现身日本武士 Shredder， 体会一下忍者神龟 Kawabanga 的精神态度吧。
Live from Hollywood， 大家好，我是 Coca。今天我们请到了《忍者神龟》当中的大反派 Shredder 的扮演者 Tohoru Masamune。Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
I can't believe I'm sitting next to Shredder's voice right now.
Yeah. It's intimidating, right? Yes.
Right? Can you do a Shredder's voice, please?
Oh boy. Let's see. What was that? Actually, my favorite part is when I was trying to find. Sogase.
I'm just wondering, when you were actually working doing
Yeah.
the voice acting, do you act out like this too, with like all the facial expressions?
Oh, absolutely. You have to. Yeah. You do it in the booth, but yeah, it's really a full-on performance. Yeah.
You are a big fan of Ninja Turtle yourself,
Yeah.
and so you must have read all the comic books too,
Yeah.
right? So how do you find the difference between the comic books and this movie?
In many ways, it is very different even from the 1990 movie. As well as the animated series I think a lot of people grew up with. Mm-hmm. And in many ways, I think this movie captured some of that. I know in many ways the original comic was a bit of a parody of what was going on, but it was pretty intense and dark, which this movie starts drawing from that a little bit. Mm. So I think in many ways it's more faithful to the original comics.
Yes. Since this movie is produced by Michael Bay,
Yes.
and also the director of Transformers,
Yes.
and a lot of fans are saying that Shredder is more like a machine and a robot other than a real human being. Do you agree with that?
He kind of pushes things out to the edge, and I kind of feel like every time you create something new, you have to push it forward somehow. And there are scenes where I'm actually just in my kimono. So I'm, clearly a human being, but my outfit has been upgraded, as they say in the movie. And so I think we're in a world of technology. I think a lot of times these kids grew up with technology. So if I was Shredder, I'd want to have a few upgrades on my armor.
I'm glad that you think so.
Yes.
Okay, so this question is asked to I think every Ninja Turtles fan.
Yeah.
So which turtle is your favorite?
Oh geez, Michelangelo of course is hilarious in this, and he's awesome. Raph they made very intense in this, which I like. He's a real tough guy. It's really good. And Donatello is. I'm a bit of a nerd to myself, so I have a little soft part in my heart. And then Leonardo, of course, is the great leader. So that's. I don't know if I have a favorite.
So I think you just basically told me you're a huge fan of the Ninja Turtles and you love all of them.
Yeah, they're great.
And I've always wanted this because I grew up knowing Ninja Turtles and the stories between Ninja Turtles and Shredder. But how did Shredder become the villain?
This goes very back to ancient Japan.
Wow.
And so, and everybody's very connected. And even Hamata Yoshi, who's the Splinter, the rat, they have a history. And there's a lot of jealousy involved. And so it's coming from a place of just anger and revenge.
I see.
Yes,
You're trying to defend your character.
Shredder is a very sensitive person. You must understand.
This question is actually for our guy fans from China.
Absolutely.
How was it like to work with Megan Fox?
Oh yeah, well that's always. That's never anything to complain about. Yeah, no, she's great. She's a really sweet person. Because she has this sort of. Well, she's gorgeous, which is a little intimidating for any, I mean, so that, once you get through that, once you get over the fact you're talking to this absolutely gorgeous girl, she's really sweet and really kind. I'm always really surprised, very very gentle anyway. I never, I just, very easy to work with, yeah.
Okay, and you were also actually into another really visually stunning movie, Inception.
Oh yeah, that was
right.
wonderful, yeah.
Can you take us like sort of behind the scene and how it was like to film that movie?
Work on Inception was much more intense. Christopher Nolan's very polite and very nice, but it's all business. It's all business. So you'd be on the set, and they were huge. It's just huge sets. Everybody would be really focused at all times, and even like Leo DiCaprio, when he came out, when I first met him, he was already in character. Ken Watanabe was fun to chat with. He was pretty friendly. He was pretty friendly. It's funny because he had that old man makeup.
Right.
Ken, came out and he's very proud of his old man makeup. He kind of goes, "You didn't know it was me, did you?"
Did you know?
Oh, of course. Yeah. No, I knew it was you, Mr. Watanabe. So it's funny. But I would say while people were working. Yeah. You knew you were there to do something serious, some serious work. But I like that. There's part of me that's very, very serious as well. So and I knew this was going to be a very intense, amazing film. So that was a great experience professionally that way. So.
Yeah, and I know why you really like serious stuff. You are a really great student. And you got your degree from MIT and it's chemical engineering.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So when did like switch into acting happen?
Yeah, that's always a crazy story, a little bit. I'm still trying to figure that one out myself. I know my parents are. I kind of grew up in very much a sciencey family. My grandfather was actually a very well-known chemist in Japan.
In Japan, right.
And my dad was one of his best students, and that's how he met my mom. And then later at some point, I remember actually thinking, and my dad was this real rock star kind of scientist, and he used to always tell me, so I'm one of these lucky people whose profession happens to be the same thing as my hobby.
Right, that's so lucky.
Yes, and I remember I was thinking about that, and I realized, wow, you can actually make some money doing this, and this is actually what I love doing, and I just went for that. And I have to say, to this day, it was the right choice. I mean, absolutely. I mean, I'm very happy. At the end of the day, I don't know. I just feel good that it just felt right. Just felt like the right thing to do.
That's amazing.
And I just became an actor because I felt like it.
That's amazing.
And it was
now we get to see you, and we get to hear your voice everywhere. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you so much for chatting with me today.
Very nice.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
感谢大家收看今天的专访，怎么样？大家喜不喜欢我们12的真人版呢？其实是非常的友善。好了，我们下期的节目再见，拜拜。不知道各位小伙伴们有没有去看《忍者神龟》呢？如果没有的话，还不赶紧去看。好了，别忘了明天继续关注我们的开门遇见好莱坞，我是 Coca， 明天见。
爱八卦、爱门书，请关注粉丝团官方微信。爱看不看，不看也得看的开门遇见好莱坞是由腾讯视频粉丝团联合制作播出。